Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and today we are going to look at some beautiful shells. So our encouraging word for today is take a chance. And the reason I picked this one is because myself and Miss Robbie Bragg, we went over to the west coast of Florida. Yay! So I've been wanting to go to the west coast ever since we moved here. These are my beautiful scallop collection right here. So you guys can look at it while I'm telling you the reason for this. But we went over to the west coast and we went to Honeymoon Island. So if you don't know much about Florida, the west coast of Florida is supposed to have all the great shells. So when we first got there, I would have videoed this wonderful experience, but I dropped my phone in the ocean. So there is no video taken that day because I didn't have a phone all day long. And if Miss Robbie hadn't had her phone, we would not have gotten home. So we had to navigate home using hers. Mine died. So saltwater and cell phones don't mix. So I ended up having to get a new phone, but we took a chance by going over to the west coast of Florida to see what shells they had. And at first when we got there, we were quite disappointed. We were like, oh, this isn't turning out good at all. But then we figured out that if we went out a little bit in the water and we started digging down in the sand, we found all kinds of goodies. So I'm going to show you guys what I found, and believe me, it is a great, for us, it was a great day. Now, for some of the people that live there and are always finding these types of shells, maybe not so much, but for us, it was fantastic. So, I'm going to move my little bowl of scallops out of the way. And I have a new book here. Beth sent me this book. It is Florida's Seashells, a Beachcomber's Guide. And this has helped me so much in figuring out what the different shells are, and it's been really awesome. So thank you to Beth. This has made a huge difference in my little life here, being able to figure these shells out. Okay, so first off, Robbie found this beautiful turkey wing, or I'm sorry, angel wing. This is an angel wing. These are very hard to find intact because they are so fragile. So check that out. It's a good size one too. She gave that to me and I was thrilled over that. And then, let's see here. Let me pull aside a couple things. So I found some really big pieces of things. So these are huge pieces of what would be massive conch shells if they were still together. They're not, but I thought they were cool. I can use them in backgrounds for pictures. I actually have been cleaning this shell for days. I had to bleach it. I put it in muriatic acid to get a bunch of the stuff off. It was really dirty, but it has cleaned up really nicely. It has some barnacle action on it. It had a lot more, but they came off in the bleaching and the acid, but I thought they were really cool anyway. So these two are just huge pieces that I'll probably put some mineral oil on this one or some polyurethane to bring out some of the pretty pink in it, because it does have a little bit of pink in there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but these are really cool. I haven't coated this one with any clear coat, and look how shiny it is. So really cool. So I found a couple of these big, huge, humongous pieces, and I really like finding those. I think they're fun. And then I found a bunch of these. Now these we do not really have on the East Coast that I have seen. And I was looking them up in my book because, again, I don't know what most of these things are. And these are disc docentias, I believe. There's several different kinds. There's an elegant one, and then these discs one. It says the disc docentias have ivory circular shells with sharp forward pointing umbones. They have fine concentric ridges, too narrow for most folks to count without a hand lens. So anyway, I think that's what these all are, and they're really cool. And some of them are yellow inside. See the yellow in here a little bit? So just really interesting. And these may not all be the same thing. I think this one is a different one. I think it is a thin cyclinella. And again, I'm not an expert, but it's fun to look at them. And this one I thought was really cool because it's kind of like ruffly. I don't know. But these have all been bleached. I've gone ahead and bleached them all just to clean them because they were... Everything we found over there I felt like was pretty dirty. Like, you know, it had been laying in the sand and was kind of muddy and had gross algae growing on it and stuff. But look at all these. So these we do not find on the East Coast. So for me, or I don't find them very often, let's say that. I mean, I'm not saying they're never there, but they're not there real often. So for me, that was exciting. And look how yellow this one is on the inside. Some of them are still even a little bit wet. They've been in my little baggie here. I'm going to keep some of these for my collection. I'd like to get every type of shell that I can, at least one for a collection, and then I'm going to put some of these in the bags of shells that I have up on my website. So I do have bags of shells up there. If you don't have access to shells, they are free. You just have to pay shipping. So they're up on my website. And then these guys, I don't know what they are. I've not been able to figure these out. There are a ton of them, but I haven't really found them in this book that I'm looking through. And I know that they have to be in here and I'm just missing them, or I'm just, you know, not understanding what they are maybe, but they have to be in here because there were so many of them. And a bunch of these are going to go in the bags too. Like I said, I'll keep a few, but I haven't been able to find these in this book because they are all the ones that it's showing me here in the book are longer, like conch shells, and these are just short little things. The closest that I found are these, and I think it could be these. In fact, I think it is these. These are button snails. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. That's the closest I found because they do kind of have some of the same coloring and stuff. At first I thought they were what are called nutmegs, but well, these are top snails. It's not these, I don't think. I'm pretty sure it's the button snail. So look at them though. These were everywhere. I could have picked up 1,000 more of these if I'd have wanted to, but just tons of different ones. They're all different. They're all really interesting. And when this outer layer gets peeled off, like it did a little bit in some of the bleaching, there's a really beautiful pearly stuff underneath. Not that I'm not really peeling them off on purpose, but I thought that was really cool. So I think these are button snails. I could be wrong. But again, I haven't seen these on the East Coast at all. So it's pretty cool to find them. And the way I clean the shells, if you're wondering about that, is I stick them in a solution of bleach and water. I don't really measure out. I don't really like do 2 parts of this, 1 part of that. I just take some water, pour some bleach in, and go with it. And it seems to work out just fine. So it bleaches them out nicely. These are giant Atlantic cockles. Some of these are. So look at this. I was so excited. This is a huge shell for me. I mean, we do not find things. This is the size of my palm, just about. It had some barnacles on it, which I think is very cool. So I found that one. There were lots of these, but some of them were broken. So I didn't really pick up a lot of, if they were broken really bad, I didn't pick them up. But these are the ones that we were finding buried down in the sand if you went out just a little ways. And he's broken on the edge, but you know, you could glue some pearls across there or just, you know, pretty much anything. I am definitely wanting to go back to the West Coast, to probably I might go back to Honeymoon Island. It was pretty nice. I definitely want to go to Sanibel, and Chris and I are going to make probably an overnight trip to Sanibel at some point. But check these out. And then these guys that are here are spiny cockles. They're smaller and they have these, see these pokey things sticking up? And they're in the book, of course. These are very common, I guess, in the west coast of Florida. And you know, the funny thing is, the only difference to me from the west coast to the east coast was the difference in the waves, and the shells, of course. But The beach didn't look all that. Everybody was like, oh, the West Coast beach is so beautiful. And I'm like, okay, it's pretty. I mean, all beaches are pretty, but it didn't look any different to me from the East Coast beaches. I didn't see it, like everybody was going on about. But it is beautiful, of course, and I love the beach. So this is a Florida prickly cockle. That's what this little guy is right here. And look how pretty on the inside. And these big cockles, which are these up here, if you find these that are still hooked together, it's called a heart cockle because it's shaped like a heart. So I found a bunch of these prickly cockles, and this one is a yellow prickly cockle. I don't think I found any of those. I found a bunch of the regular ones, the Florida prickly cockle. But check them out. They're so cool. This one has little barnacles. I love to find the shells with little barnacles on them. I just think that's awesome. But I found these in all different sizes. They're really cool. So like I said, I'll probably keep a few of these, and then the rest will go in the bags. So the bags are really kind of nice. They're getting a larger selection in them now that I've got all these other shells that I can add to them. But I really was so excited to get to go to the West Coast. Okay, these are called pen shells, and these are pieces of them. I've not found a whole one, but look at this. Oh my goodness, is this not gorgeous? How pretty this would be if, you could cut it down, shape it somehow, like file it maybe, and make a beautiful pendant. I don't know what I'm going to try. But this one wasn't as pretty, obviously. A lot of them weren't as pretty, but a couple of these pieces were just really stunningly beautiful. But here they are, pen shells. And these you can find on the East Coast, but it's very, very rare. You don't find them, especially, these big, thick pieces. The ones that we find on the East Coast are pretty much very thin and very delicate. I may have one. I think I do have one somewhere, but I love these pieces. I thought they were so pretty with that beautiful pearly looking stuff inside. And these, oh my goodness, you guys, these are Sunray Venuses. So check out the Sunray Venus that I found. Look at him. He is the size of my hand. He's huge. I could not even believe it. I was so excited when I pulled that up. And then I found a bigger one. This one's even bigger. Even though he's cracked, it's okay. We'll figure something out with him. Can you even believe that I found these huge Sunray Venuses? So Sunray Venuses are very, very common on the East Coast. Or the West Coast. I'm sorry, not the East Coast at all. But this is them. These are Sunray Venus clams. It says max 6 inches. So these guys here are pretty close to the max. Very, very cool. And then there are some other here. These are Tellins. Tellins are small. I don't know if these are Tellins or if these are, I think these are all Sunray Venuses, to be honest. But look at the different colors in them. Like, got these really light ones. We've got some dark ones. Look at the barnacle action going on here. The barnacles, it's so daggone cool. And I actually love to find the pieces of things with barnacles. I think they're very cool. This one had a snail bore into him, so he was eaten. He was snacked on. But look at them. Aren't they amazing? Sunray Venuses. These are rare to find. Now this guy, you can read his story. He's still hooked together, but a snail snacked on him. So he's death by snail, but look, it's still hooked together. So very, 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 very cool. This one's pretty. It's different colors. Check them out. So again, I will be keeping this. I don't think is a Sunray Venus. I don't know what this is. I'll have to look it up, but I think I have it in the wrong thing because it would have to have these markings, I think. I don't know. But anyway, again, some of these will be in the bags. Probably not the gigantic ones because I was like so thrilled to find those. I have never found a shell that big before. It's like, oh my gosh. I pulled that up and just was so happy. So those are Sunray Venuses. These guys here are a conglomeration of different things. So I really need, these are called baby's feet. All of these little thin. And the reason they are is they have a little piece, and it looks like a little baby foot inside. They all have that. They're different colors of different, you know, there's orange, this orangey one, which I thought was really cool. There's yellows, silvers, grays. These are super fragile, so if you find them, you got to be really careful on getting them home. And look at this teeny weeny one. Look at him. Oh my goodness, isn't he cute? So baby's feet, that's what these are. Bunch of them. And we can find these on the East Coast. They're not that rare. And Indian boats. Now we find these on the East Coast too. Not as pretty as these usually. These are really good ones. But here they are. They're called Indian boats or slipper snails. And I've bleached them. So I'm going to have to put mineral oil or something on the tops to get them back to their shine. And then this guy, I'm not sure what he is. He's beautiful. He's got a gorgeous inside. And I've kind of looked in here trying to find him. And he could be, no, I'm not sure what he is. I think Robbie found him in here, but I can't remember which one he was. But yeah, I'll have to look some more in my book for him. But oh, look how pretty the inside is. This, I have no idea what it is. It might be a what they call, shoot, it's the piece that comes out where they, it's like a little trap door in the shell when the animal's alive in there. Perculum, is it called a perculum? Maybe. But anyway, it's the piece that comes out when the animal dies. And you can find those. Sometimes that may be what that is. And then I have some others here. I'm not sure what these two guys are. But these stripy ones are called, I think Robbie told me they were called Lady in Waiting. Some of them are. These striped ones. And then some of these are quahogs or cohigs. I'm not sure how you say them. But yeah, I'm learning them. And this book is really helping me a lot. So I'll have to get down and like look all these up and see exactly what I have here. I haven't had a chance. It's been really busy, and then my boys are coming this week for a visit, so I'm really excited about that. This right here is called a Lister's Keyhole Limpet, and it is one of the tiniest ones that they make, I think. Look at him. Look how little he is, but he has that hole in the top. A Lister's Keyhole Limpet, and look at this teeny tiny clam. Oh my goodness, so cute. But yeah, a lot of these, this one was something different too. This one with these pink stripe kind of things on it. And I'm just going to have to learn them all. It's a process. It takes a little time to learn them all. But I just have had so much fun finding all these things. And a lot of these, like these two, these may be small turkey wings. I don't know. But you can't find a lot of turkey wings on the East Coast. So if that's what they are, that'll be cool. But let me put these back. And I will grab the next bag. I'm trying to keep them separated out because I've figured out what some of them are. Now these are the fighting conchs. And I was so excited to find Florida fighting conchs. Look at this guy. Look how beautiful he is. And when I get him, when I get some mineral oil on him, he will be stunning. So pretty. And I've actually, he's been in the muriatic acid. He had a couple barnacles on him. But oh, I was so excited. He's the best one I found, I think. And I found a couple others that are kind of beat up, but still, for me, they're amazing. And see, this is where I've had them in the acid. This stuff peels off. This calcification peels off. And their beautiful color shows up. But aren't they gorgeous? Florida fighting conchs. That's what these are. I really wanted to find a couple and I couldn't. And then I found them when we went out digging in the sand. And I was so excited. This one still needs cleaned up a little. I might put him in bleach. But they do have, a lot of these are really rough shape. I didn't find any really, these are my two great ones. But see, the acid will eat them away if you're not careful. You can't keep them in there too long. Look at this one. So anyway, I picked up even the pieces of the ones I found because these are so exciting for us. We don't find these at all on the East Coast, where we just find little pieces of, you know, something like a small piece that you know has been something really cool, but you can't see it because it's broken. But I thought these were just awesome. So I picked up every last one that I found. So there they are. And like I said, I really want to go back. I want to go back to Honeymoon Island and just, you know, get out in the sand and dig and see what I can find. I might go back after a storm one day. That'd be cool. Okay, these are called Mermaid Money. We don't find these on the East Coast, and I don't know what they are. I don't think they're in my book, but they're these little pieces. As you can see, it's got like a little eye almost on the bottom. Some of them do. But they are called Mermaid Money. And there was a lot of this too. I could have found more if I'd have taken the time just to pick it up. But there was so many other things that these were on the shore. And I was really wanting to be out in the water finding the bigger stuff. And then look at this. This is my prized possession right here. My scallops. Oh my goodness, I am in love with scallops. I just, as you can see, I have my bowl here of scallops, and that's where all these guys are going to go, but I wanted to, here's my bowl, and I collect these. These are my, look at these big ones. So some of these big ones, the bigger ones I think are called bay scallops. Look at all the different, I mean, they come in so many different colors. Now, he's been bleached, so he'll need to be mineral oiled or polyurethane, but look at them. So I found so many of these big bay scallops, and again, we don't find these on the East Coast hardly. If we do, they're broken. So these were so cool for me. I was so excited to find all these big bay scallops. Look at that one. That one would have been awesome if it wasn't broken, but that's okay. I picked it up anyway. So all these, the scallops are my favorite. And then a bunch of smaller ones. So the thing with scallops, it's very interesting. We found a lot of orange and yellow ones. So look at this. I put some of them in my bowl already because I got carried away. I was so excited. Let me show you this yellow one. I've never found a yellow one on the East Coast. So here's a yellow scallop. Isn't it beautiful? And then these orange ones, I've only found one on the East Coast, but I found several. Look at that. So pretty. I found several over here. So I picked up every scallop that I saw pretty much. And they're all different, but I did notice that the ones that are on the West Coast are not near as pretty and bright. At least the ones that I found weren't. So here's an example of an East Coast scallop. They're just, you know, they have all these different colors in them. They're really pretty. The West Coast scallops, they were pretty plain compared to the East Coast ones. So, except for the orange ones. There's a yellow one. He needs to be polyurethane. A lot of these, when you bleach them, you know, it does this, but it gets them clean. But it does this weirdness. This is a yellow one too. So I will polyurethane a bunch of these or put some sort of oil on them that will bring back their beautiful color. And then, that's a cockle, I think. And then they will go into my scallop container. Some of them. Some of them are going to go into the bags. But for the most part, because I'm a scallop addict, they're going in my scallop container. Look at that one. They're so cool. I love scallops so much. Okay. Let me get that out of the way. These right here, some of these are called button tops. They're called button tops if it's the top of a conch shell, I think. I'm not totally sure about these. These things right here, I think are different. They are some sort of snail. Again, I was looking in here and having trouble figuring one thing from the next. But I'm pretty sure, if I can find it again really quickly here. Pretty sure that these are a type of snail. Well, most everything is a type of snail, I think, but I'm not seeing them now, and I don't want to sit here and bore you guys looking for them, but they're kind of cool too, whatever they are. And we don't find them on the East Coast. If we would, it would be so rare. I think it might be something like, I don't know. It's not that same exact one. Common sundial. Don't know exactly, but anyway, maybe it's this one. Large, long spine star shell. I don't know. I'll have to look very closely, but these are tops of things that I found that I just thought were cool. Look how pretty. See the pearly on that? Beautiful. So I take, you know, I try to separate things out into like things. I don't know, I'm not very good at it yet, but I'm sure having fun trying. And then these are all, this is a turkey wing that Robbie found, and the bleach was not good to it. So it's kind of in sad shape now. But these are all pieces of conch shells and just twisty shells. I call them twisties, and every time I pick them up, and these are some bigger pieces. This one needs bleached better, but I just pick up all the pieces of everything. I think it's so cool to find them. These flat scallop pieces. Look at this. And some of these are really beautiful. These make really pretty earrings if you can get two that are alike. So I do pick up all the little twisty pieces, and, you know, interesting bits and pieces that I find as well. And then we have a few things over here that were special. So Robbie found this starfish. Check him out. He's got some barnacles on the top. She didn't really want him because I guess the barnacles, but I think he's super cool. And then I have some pieces. This was a whole starfish, but it was just too delicate. Didn't make it home. So now it's in pieces here. But this was a starfish that was whole. But I think it was cracked already, and that may be why it fell apart so easily. But anyway, still very cool. I love this piece with the barnacles on it. And then these are all little pieces that had barnacles growing on them. Anytime I find a piece with a barnacle, I pick them up. I just think they're so cool. And of course, the barnacles are dead by the time I wouldn't take anything live. Not on purpose ever. So there's those guys. These are some barnacles, I guess, that were just pieces. So this is a worm snail. We do not find these on the East Coast ever. Check it out. Thought he was pretty awesome. This is a tulip, I think. And I never find whole pieces of these. This is a piece of a whelk. It's got a big crack in it, and it's, you know, not in the best condition, but it was cool to me just because we don't ever find lightning whelks. And then this little guy, I don't know if he's a juvenile fighting conch. I'm not sure what he is. I have this one, and then I had, whoops, I just dropped my book. I had this one, and these look similar to me. I don't know if they're juvenile fighting conchs or what they are. I'll have to research them a little better. Here are some olives. Now, we find olives on the East Coast, but I didn't see too many over there. This is called a lettered olive. They're both lettered olives, I think. Here is another tulip. So I have two tulips. This is, I'm not sure what this is. I think it's just a cone, Florida cone. These are augers. And these, I think this is another cone here. And this might be another form of auger. Here's another olive. And here is some kind of snail I'll have to look up. So this is an oyster. And so that is pretty much it for my West Coast shelling haul. But I think I did fantastic. And it was so much fun. I cannot wait to go back to Honeymoon Island and spend some more time finding just awesome stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I probably won't do too many more beach videos right away, just because, unless I do go back to Honeymoon Island, and then I'll try to video it if I can keep from dropping my phone in the ocean. But yeah, I know you guys would probably like to see it. It's beautiful, and I would love to show it to you. So anyway, have a great rest of the day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.